I'm Hasmathullah from G.k.Jain school. Today we are going to continue the fourth chapter, consumption and investment function. Yesterday we saw what is investment function. So when you have certain amount of money and along with that whatever rate you get along with the investment money, that is what we call investment function. So what is investment function? A simple relationship between the investment money and investment rate, interest rate. It is what known as investment function. Today we'll identify and we'll learn the relationship between rate of interest and investment. So what is the relationship between rate of interest and investment? With the help of this diagram we'll try to understand. We have took x-axis as investment, y-axis as interest rate. See, when the interest rate is 80%, when the interest rate is 8%, what happened? There is 80 people. The 80 people comes for the investment. When it is reduced to 5%, 100 people comes for the investment. So simple way, when investment interest increases, the fall in investment takes place. So what happens in as an organization, when you are having the investment business organization, when you increase the rate of interest, what happens? The people who is there in the investment field, they will go off. There will be limited people. When the investment will increase, what happens? The rate will fall down. So if the rate is high, when the rate is high, what happens? The investment will be very low. But when the investment is high, the rate must be low. This is what this diagram says. When there was a 5% of interest rate, 100 people was there in the investment. But when the interest rate increased to 8%, the person came down to the 80. So 100 from 100 it reduced to 80. Why? Because there was an increase in the inventory. This is what the 2 points says. When investment is increased, the fall in investment take place. So if the rate is increasing, the fall of investment will take place. In the vice versa, if investment is increasing, this is increasing means there must be the rate of decreasing, right? Let's understand some of the differences between marginal efficiency of capital and marginal efficiency of investment. See, marginal efficiency is very essential as far as any business organization is concerned. First point, it is based on the supply of the capital. So when you take about the capital, it is all about how the capital is being supplied in a business course of time. How it will utilize the capital for the functionance of the company, for the betterment of the company. So all those purpose, how the capital is being take place, and the marginal efficiency, MEC, is only solely based on the supply of capital. So how much this capital is being supplied. In the marginal efficiency of investment, it is based on the induced change in price due to change in demand for the capital. Here there is an inducement, which means if there is a change in price, there should be a change in demand, and the demand is change should be for the capital. Okay, here we do everything for the purpose of capital. Same way here also we do for the purpose of capital, but reason is there is a change in price as well as change in the demand, right? Next point, it represents the rate of return on the capital without existing capital. In the MEC, in the capital, marginal efficiency of capital, what happens? We see there the how much capital, the rate of return we see without the existing capital. We have the many capital, existing capital. Without the existing capital, we take the rate of return, rate of interest. But here we take the rate of return and rate of interest with the capital. Existing capital must be there to follow the various proceeding. It is a stock concept. And marginal efficiency capital is a stock concept. It's a stock kind of value, but it is a flow concept. It is flow from here to there. It's a flexible, but in the marginal efficiency of capital, it's not flexible. Investment is flexible. It can be changed. It can be adjusted. Next, it determines the optimum capital in an economy. To understand the deep knowledge about the economy, to understand the capital interest, the capital interaction in the economy, you must understand the marginal efficiency. The marginal efficiency of capital plays a vital role. It plays a wide role in the formation of an economy. But in the investment, it is the determinant in investment of the economy. It is also a determinant which has the perfect impact on the economy, not exactly as the capital. Next, cost is low, cost is high. In the marginal efficiency of capital, cost is very low, the cost burden will be very low, but in the efficiency of investment, the cost will be very high. So we have seen the 5 differences. First, it is a supply of a capital. There, it is a supply of capital, but because of the change in a price and change in demand. Next, it represents the rate of return because of the and without the existing capital. Here, with the existing capital, it take place. Next, it's a stock concept. Other one is a flow concept. It determines the capital for the economy. Here, it determines the investment for the growth of the economy. Cost is here very low, and here it's very high, right? Next is multiplier. What is multiplier? The ratio of change in the national income to change in investment. So, what is the change of ratio in the national capital, in the national income, and the change in investment? So, we have the income of 10 lakh rupees, right? And we have the investment of 5 lakh rupees. If this is changed to 12 lakhs and this changed to the 4 lakhs, what kind of reason was there? What kind of procedure was there? What was the necessity for all this change? The study of this will be known as multiplier. So, the ratio of change, we say the ratio of change in the national income to change in investment. The national income is changing with the help of change in the investment is what we known as multiplier. Okay? You can understand with the help of mathematical formula K is equal to change in income divided by change in investment, right? So, K is equal to multiplier, change Y is equal to increase in investment, change I is increase in income. Okay, so with the help of this formula, we can identify the multiplier. How? There is a formula K is equal to change in investment divided by change in income, right? We have some of the assumptions because without this the multiplier will not work. What are those assumptions? These are the theories that is needed for the purpose of multiplier existence. Number one, there is a change in autonomous investment. So, they says that the fully autonomous investment does not take place. There must be a change in investment function. There must be change in investment policy. There must be change in investment rate. All these aspects must have a changing aspect. So, there is a change in autonomous investment. There is nothing called autonomous investment, but there is an induced investment. They say there is a changes all the time take place. But next point says no induced investment. Although there is a changes in the investment and there is a no fixed autonomous investment, there does not mean that it's an induced investment. It does not mean it will have a variable changes. All the changes, if the price changes, demand changes, supply changes, everything will not change. Okay, why? Because there is a no induced investment. Next point says marginal propensity is constant, and the MSCC of capital or marginal efficiency of capital, marginal efficiency of investment, all these properties, all this propensity, all these theories is constant. It will be very much fixed. It's very much fixed. Next, no time lag in the multiplier process in response to effectively. What happened here? There is a no time lag in the multiplier process. It now means from the November to December we have to work, or from the accounting period we have to work, or from the calendar we have to work. No time lag is there in the multiply process. Next, consumer goods are available in response to effective demand. And here, consumer goods must be there, and there should be for the purpose of utilizing the effective demand. If there is an effective demand, there must be what? A consumer good should be available, right? Next, we have change in a price. There is a no change in a price. For the purpose of satisfying the multiplier needs, there must be a no change in a price. Next one, less than full employment in an economy. And if you want to have the multiplier effect, if you want to understand the multiplier aspect, if you want to know the multiplier theories, there must be a full employment, less full employment in an economy. What happened here? There is no full employment theory exists here. Okay. Now, with the help of this diagram, let's understand what the multiplier is all about. Marginal propensity to consumer and multiplier. First, understand the propensity to consume refers to the portion of income spent on the consumption. So, when we say the marginal propensity, what does it mean? The portion of capital, you have a 10,000 rupees, out of the 10,000 rupees, what part, how much, how many percent, or what kind of income you have kept for the consumption. That theory of analysis is known as marginal efficiency. Okay? Thus, the MPC, the marginal propensity of consumer, is a relationship between change in income and consumption. What happened when you want to understand what is the change in income and what is the change in consumption? That theory you can understand with the help of marginal propensity or to consume. That's the formula it's given. MPC is equal to change in consumption divided by change in income, right? Change in consumption divided by change in income. How you will identify the multiplier? Again, the formula will be K is equal to multiplier is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. So you will have one value. For example, we are identifying the MPC, and the MPC is like 100 divided by 10, right? So what? There is a 10 is a MPC. Now we have multiplier formula 1 minus MPC. So 1 minus, so what is it? 1 minus 9. This is the way you will identify the K. First you will identify the MPC. So there is a change in consumption and change in investment. You will divide it and you will identify one value. After that, 1 divided by 1 minus the particular value you have identified. You will understand the part of the purpose of the multiplier. With the help of this diagram, let's understand. X axis we have to as GNP, gross national product, and Y axis we have to consumption and investment. First, there is from 0 to starting is going C is equal to Y, where consumption will be equal to income. We have seen in the consumption function. Next, there is a period. That period is known as autonomous period. Autonomous period, where if you have an income or not, you have the consumption to take place. That is what we call C. That is what we call C plus 100 plus 0.8Y. Because although you are working, although you have the income or not, you have to make an adjustment. You have to make a spend. You have to make the sum of the expenditure. That's what we call here. And after that, there is an income, and you will try to expend. That is a C plus 100. Again, you have an income, you try to expend C plus 100. So with the help of income increasing and spend also increasing, at the end it will be get equal. Total consumption is equal to total income. Everywhere there is a B point where there will be no profit, there will be no loss. So this is what the purpose of multiplier. And why this multiplier is to understand the if there is a change in income, what the change brings in the consumption of the people. This is what the multiplier is all about. Okay. In the future classes, we'll see the next part.